Loadout, control and damage, and this is very important because if I go to a skill, see where if I have used telekinesis while I'm in the control role, not only will it levitate an enemy, but it'll also restore the power of group members over time. So I can actually restore other people's MP. Now, if I'm in the damage role and I use that ability, it'll actually up the damage that I do so long as I keep hitting the enemy, which is very important to keep in mind. The best one I have is my telekinetic shield, which ups all the damage I do by 50% until the hit counter resets for at least 5 seconds. Now, I click on any of these and you can replace it with anything else. There's some abilities I don't use, and you will run into that. There will be some abilities that you'll just pretty much abandon. That's pretty much how the loadouts work. You just have to read it, is all it is. You have to read the description. Deeds, just think of it as a journal of all the stuff you've done. Think of it as achievements or trophies, depending on if you're an Xbox 360 or PS3 person. Renown is basically how the different factions like you. The higher your renown, the more items become available from those vendors. It's pretty handy. Map. Now, map, obviously you don't see much here, but I'm actually going to go outside real quick and show you the map. And obviously you just saw that I used the mobility of flight to get around. Flight's my favorite. I've used all three. Flight's definitely my favorite. Now, if we go to map on while we're in the world, you see a lot here. Getting pushed around by a car. If you click on a district, it'll actually give you a more broad view. It'll zoom out, which I don't understand why there's not a zoom. Oh, there actually is. You can zoom in, zoom out. The world maps are pretty large, surprisingly. If you ever need to have a navigation point to a place, you can just double left click, or if you're using a control D-pad, just the Y button. You can hide advanced options, show advanced options. What's really handy is the warp to HQ and warp to rally. If you warp to rally, it takes 5 minutes, which you just seen. If you warp to HQ, which I'm not going to do right now, it'll actually have a 30-minute cooldown before you can use it again. These are all heroes. You'll see their names, and then just below their names, like this guy right here, Gazilina, and New Heroes. That's the guild he's in. I'm going to get on a rooftop so it's a little quieter. Next button is on duty. This is the bulk of the game right here. This is basically where you can literally just teleport to instances or dungeons. At the top it'll say how many players you need. Now you don't have to be in a group. It'll actually match you up with players. So I'm only one person, but if I go to the 4-player tab, which I just bumped over right here, and then click on one of these, I'll get matched up with 3 other players. Or since I'm in a group with Casey Leppy, the 2 of us will get matched up with 2 other players. Now the thing is, I have to select it. Actually, let me actually get out of the group because Okay, there we go. Now if I select it, now this right here says I am loot locked. What loot locked means is that you've already done it and you won't get any items from doing it again. You can do it once per day, so like I've already done Gorilla Grodd and Gotham City, which is why it's all locked. You can actually buy tokens to reset these, or earn them, I guess, in special events. Now this one, Hive Base. Now I'm loot locked from the weekly bonus, so I won't get the weekly bonus item, but I can still kill bosses in this instance to get loot and get rewarded the Marks of Triumph, which you use to buy certain items. Again, when it says marks of whatever, that's currency, basically. You got the 1 player, 2 player, 4, and 8. These are all different raids, basically. The arenas are just PvP. And event is holiday events, like this one's for Christmas. You fight off a Orange Lantern guy named Larfleeze and kick his butt and save Christmas, I guess. Then there's league management. Now this is something you're not going to see. This is actually what it looks like for a guild leader or a league leader. I can change the names of ranks and the permissions of ranks, but in all honesty, these mean next to nothing. Sadly, there's not much to do. Now, this up top here, message of the day, actually says a lot about, basically, it tells people information. I mean, I use it to tell people guild sites, upcoming events, tutorial videos coming soon, obviously, and the TeamSpeak server, and the information for it, which you already have since you're part of the guild. Then there's options, pretty self-explanatory, and the marketplace. Now the marketplace I've had trouble with in the past, but some people haven't. I even know why I had trouble. This is the marketplace. This is where you buy the stuff with real life money. Now you'll see I don't have any station cash. It's pretty easy to add cash. You can even go, if you get a gift card, you click on redeem and claim, type in the number on the gift card, wham bam, there you go. You pick either a month subscription or I think it's for $15, 1,500 Sony station points or whatever. Personally, the only thing I ever spend money on is the DLCs. But that's all up to you. And that concludes the first video dealing with the HUD and the menus. I know it was a lot to take in, but I hope this has been informative, and I hope to make many more of these videos. This is Adensem saying goodbye.